The giddy heights of 65.
Yeah.
Is it 65?
Horrible.
Is it 65?
I think he's put. Yeah.
That's a good guess, wasn't it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when do you get your pension then? 2 years.
Next year. Next year. Next year, mate.
Yeah, they want to write that again, don't they?
He hasn't told us, but I can see we've gone live, I think.
Yeah,
they want to up it quite a lot before next year.
Again?
I said they want to up it quite a lot before next year. They're good.
Yeah.
Are we live?
How are you supposed to know if you're live? You've got Facebook open.
So it says we're live up on the call.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are. How's that?
See,
jump up straight away.
Evening, everybody. I don't know if you can hear us, but see us. Please bang something in the comments if you can. Oh, Marianne's there already. Maz is there. Maz is next up. Frozen, isn't it?
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. How comes I'm in? Oh yeah, I'll get it now.
What? Right, we are live.
Well,
So
I can see
ready, but I can't.
I can
it's
see
freezing.
me. I can see me in green, but I can also see me in blue.
yeah, you will do. You're down the bottom because I can just remove you if I want to do that, so you disappear.
Oh,
If you want. So.
all the power you have, Russ. You've got so much power.
Cha-ching!
I'm struggling to hear anything.
Huh? Your internet's going wonky because you're disappearing.
Who's mine?
No, Simon's.
Simon.
And he's on broadband.
Yeah, well, he's right over the other side of the router, so he does struggle.
Yeah.
Right. Is that any better?
That's better.
Yeah, picture's better as well.
No, you're still ugly.
Yeah. It's your internet. Your internet's struggling.
Yeah. I don't know why.
You're far away from it. So, right, let's go. I think this is the one I've got to play. No. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm like every week though, isn't it?
We're diving deep where shadows thrive, journeying through the EGH.
Paranormal called psychic Cyrus too.
I can't hear anything.
The stories you never knew.
Journeying through the EGH.
I can't hear anything.
Ghosts and vibes were
That's enough of that. We've had enough of that. Opening. Yeah, you're on a phone, Joe, so you probably won't hear it unless you've got earphones in. It's trying to feed an out and not an out. We're going through the out. So, welcome everybody. Welcome one and all. How are we doing? We are live on Facebook and YouTube. We are not on the EGH page tonight. We are only on the Journey page tonight because I need the algorithms to be in place for tomorrow. So we are skipping on the EGH channel tonight, but we are live on the Journey Through the Unexplained page only tonight, just because of tomorrow's show. So, as you can see, I have a fully assembled team tonight. It's a one in a blue moon. This is like, what would you call it? You know, the eclipse or something like that. When all the planets are aligned, the team can blend. It's like the Avengers. That one moment of pulling everybody together. We are in.
Everyone's in the house.
That's it. Boyakasha, people. Boyakasha.
Everyone.
Every man.
But I have got to ask, one and all, like I do every week, Mr. Paranormal Paul, how are we today?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm good. I'm good.
Paul, just stop there for a minute, all right? Because you're not going to get away with it, okay? You are not getting away with it. We do need a birthday song. That's as simple as it gets. So, Paul's birthday in a couple of days.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you.
cha, cha, cha.
Ultra, we're going again.
Cha, cha, cha.
One more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Cha, cha, cha.
Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Cha, cha, cha.
Happy
Cha, cha.
birthday, Paul. You're not
Happy
going to get away
birthday.
with it. You were not
Thank you
gonna,
very much.
you let it out the bag. I know it's not your birthday, but we're not going to be here to celebrate on your birthday, so we have to do it prior to that. 21 again. Happy birthday, Mr. Paranormal Paul.
Wow.
Thank you kindly.
And how was your week? Because you was going to say that.
It's all right now. I'm off for a good few days now, so I'm happy as Larry. Managed to get out of work a bit early today, so it's all good.
Good. Will you enjoy your birthday weekend away? Because you're going to the Isle of Wight, I believe. Did you say?
I am, yes. Looking forward to it.
I just come back from there a week ago.
Have you?
Lovely, mate.
Yeah, lovely place.
Yeah.
Lots
we
of-
enjoy-
You've got a lot there. You've got a lot in Isle of Wight. So do some stargazing, send some photos in, and then go from there.
If you go down, if
I
you
don't know
go
if that's
down,
my end or your end. Everyone's
if you go
frozen.
down Military Road, there's a lovely. It's really dark there. You can see all the stars. Near
Well,
your-
we're lucky. We're staying right on the top of the cliff, so it's looking right over the sea. So it's lovely and clear where we're staying.
Whereabouts is that?
White Cliff Bay.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we're right at the very top. So, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. A bit of stargazing of a night, providing there's a clear sky.
Yeah, hopefully it will be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fingers crossed. I think it's meant to rain on my actual birthday, but hey ho, you can't have everything.
When's the actual birthday?
Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
That means
That's
next
all right.
you can have the birthday song again.
But is what I will just touch on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. While we've got Joe here, unfortunately, there was last week would have been the actual Journey Through the Unexplained birthday show
Wow.
on the 8th
Ah,
of October 2020. Last Thursday would have been the birthday show, and I'm assuming it would have been 5 years old.
Bloody hell!
As in being 2000, and we were on show. What are we on today? Show 161.
Wow.
Well, Paul doesn't
Yeah.
know, but Paul doesn't know this. But earlier today, I was in the kitchen. All of a sudden, I got a message on my iPhone. Went to my iPhone, and on there was Mixcloud. I hadn't opened Mixcloud. It came on its own. I don't even think I've got the app on the phone. I think it's you know, when your phone hasn't got enough memory, it keeps the apps on the cloud and it only brings them down when you need them. I think it's like that. So for some reason, it started Mixcloud, and guess what come up? It was show 84, I think it was, and it was 3 years ago, and it was called. It was either Government or it was called Men in Black. Are They Real? And it was Paul. So it's probably the early ones of you and Russ.
Yeah, well, I was going through because I'm sorting out my motor at the moment, and it was 4 years ago I got it. And when I was looking at the diary, it said I think it's November, the early part of November, it will be 4 years since I joined.
So
That can't
what,
be right, can it?
when did you join?
It was 4 years ago.
So do
Can't be.
you know a rough?
Must have been November 22 then. No,
Because-
November 21.
21.
Right. So if you're
Yeah.
looking show 84 on the 27th of October 22, that's show 84. In my paperwork, my book, it would have been a general chit chat, the flat earth and government.
Government.
But show 83 would have been the Men in Black.
Yeah, that's right. They were the two that came up on the Mixcloud.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when December 21, I'm back.
How
to-
weird that the suddenly come up today. It's
Yeah, yeah.
like anniversary, isn't it? Weird.
Yeah, I must have you in the book somewhere, Paul, when you started.
I'm sure it was in November. But I don't remember it being 21. I thought it was later than that.
Yeah,
Time flies though when you're getting old.
Happy birthday, Paul. But where it is, I don't know.
Well, I've got it written down on my calendar at work, so I'll have to have another look when I get back to work next week.
Let us know. Let us know. Let
Yeah.
us know. Right. I generally haven't got anything to talk about. I really haven't sort of even planned a show of sorts. But I sort of just want to sort of go back, and I'm going to sort of go down the route that we sort of left, because the last show that we did was with Simon, and he was talking about the dream he had. Remember the dream, Paul, that he was telling
Yes.
us, Whitstable. But we found things like that. Now, obviously, I work very closely with Simon, and I'll say quite concerned. Like, I think that's concerned you, Simon. I think you've really thought about your team and what this has played into your mind. So when I sort of look, when I say dream, we don't quite know what it was, do we? You don't. You think it could have been a meditation, out of body / dream.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to what
I
to.
don't think it's a dream.
But I don't know
I
what.
still
to
don't think it's a dream. Then. A vision. I think it's a vision.
Right. Let's
Because
go
I've
with
been to a place that I've never been to.
let's go with a vision, because that sounds good. Now, let's look back at that vision and let's go again, like what you saw. Can you just go back just to what you saw and how you see that?
Right. Okay. So I wanted to do a bit of projection. Don't know why. And I don't know why I was doing it. But when I go, I always put my illuminated rope with me, so I know where to come back to. I see the rope. So I don't know if I fell asleep. I could have fallen asleep. So I started to ask questions about Skipton and where we were going to stay and things like that. And see if we could locate the Tom Alden story and Paul's friend's story. So that's what I started to journey with. But
What
then
was the other story?
I entered
Paul's-
that harbour.
Paul's friend's story.
The,
What was
the one where he slipped back
Howard.
into the pub.
Oh yeah, time slip.
Yeah, the time slip. But then I ended up at the bay and I could see the church. And I know I've been there before. One side was a church on the top of a hill, and the other side was where I ended up. I was walking on the beach, and somebody warns me about a tide, to which I replied about, I'm not bothered about a tide because I'm not going to be here that long. And then journeyed up a really steep slope and a handrail. And that's the only way I could get up this cobbled street.
Which is Whitby, isn't it?
Then I was transported somewhere else. Yeah.
Was
and looking at Whitby, I think it is Whitby.
When you mentioned the
So I
cobbled,
couldn't hear.
when you mentioned the cobbled steps and a handrail,
Cobbled
sounds
steps.
like Whitby.
Yeah. But then I was transported somewhere else, and I ended up in a car park. And it was me and Joe were in this car park, and we started to walk. We were walking through a forest. I started to hear helicopters, as you always do. And there was people about, but I couldn't see the people's faces. But you could see that they were people. You could see figures. I couldn't tell you that they were. I couldn't look at them and say it was a boy or a girl. So helicopters came, and then this weird hexagonal small shape, probably about the two sizes of a tennis ball, come up from my feet. It came to probably inches off my face. Looked over us, had an eye in the middle. Came close to our bodies. Strange whirring noise. I can only think of it as a drone because that's all I could tell you it was. It was clicking around my head, then it went. And you said to me, now we're in trouble. So I grabbed my rope and then come back. So I didn't tell the story because I wanted to see if I could get back there on the Wednesday night. I couldn't. So that's really the tale.
What, Wednesday night this week?
No, it was the previous week. So I dreamt it on the Tuesday, didn't tell it to the Thursday, but tried to get back on a Wednesday to that same place, tried to project again. But it wasn't having it.
This is what and sort of talking to you over the last week or so, and I know you've been sort of unwell. You've had a really bad dose of the flu or whatever we're calling it. So I managed to catch up with you sort of last week, and sort of when you tell the story, your voice I get sense of fear in the voice, and I do think that your vision, and I generally have to say it how I feel and sense it. Okay, that what you've gone through is a warning. I'm not telling you it's a warning to stay away from Whitby, but you've.
We are now, sir. We are now, aren't we?
That's not saying.
But that's not. I'm not doing that because I'm scared of it. Because I'm going back to somewhere now that I haven't finished the story on. And I think before I go to that one, I need to finish a story of where I have been.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm taking out where you're going, but I do think that you will be more comfortable in strength in numbers. But I don't know. I just feel, I sensed and felt from talking to you from that night, and I'm not saying on the night when we did the show. I'm not saying that because it was more confusion and not understanding, but trying to work what you said. But over the last couple of days and last week since the last show, when you have spoken about this and when you've touched on it, it's gone from sort of a knowing of what you think it is to not panic but concern.
Yeah,
that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
I don't know. I want
that
to know what this thing was Or have I seen them before? Have I
But then-
actually seen that thing before?
But then, what
Which
was
I could have done. Thinking about it, I could have done.
is that the thing that not? Like, I'm not saying please don't take. I don't know how to put it. Is that the thing that could potentially be you concerned of, or is that the thing that has warned you away or warned you not to go? So in my head, I'd like to figure out. Obviously, this globe or this sphere or this hexagonal ball of energy or ball of
Yeah.
living something, is it
Yeah.
a warning of
Yeah.
danger?
And I,
Is it a warning, don't come near me? Or look, I'm warning you, be careful, because what you are looking for isn't the best. And that's where my head has gone with it. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about that dream, not your vision. It's played on my mind because how you describe, and the thing that fascinates me the most is when you described where you was, me and Paul virtually had the same image in our head. Paul has been to Whitby. I've never been to Whitby. And I
I've
don't
never
think
been to
you've
Whitby.
ever been to Whitby because I think Nana's confirmed that as that you've never been,
We've never been to
Whitby, even as a youngster. So I know Joe has probably been.
No.
You've been to Whitby, Joe?
Yeah, I've been to Whitby, and when Simon first mentioned this, when he described the area, I automatically thought of that church. I think it's called 99 Steps. It's like a very steep set of steps up to a church with a handrail, and there's coffin stops and all sorts of things there. But it might have been that, and probably intuition as well. I don't know.
But I've never been to Whitby. I've never. To be fair, the only thing I know
Never.
about Whitby has something to do with Dracula. They have a big festival.
Yeah.
Up there once a year for Dracula. That's
Yeah,
all I know.
it's Bram Stoker,
Don't
isn't it? The,
have a stone there.
Bram Stoker, the author. It's to do with him.
Paul,
think.
can I put your brains on it?
Yeah, that's it.
On Whitby, what I think of.
Yeah, Whitby and the whole scenario, because we only had about 20 minutes to talk about it last week.
Yeah, no, like you said, that was as soon as he started describing the place, that's exactly where my head went as well. I don't think the location is as important as this object, this
No.
drone sounding sphere. That's the thing that's
With an eye.
yeah.
Is it a sphere?
Because you've kind of bounced from one place to another. You was on the bay, on the beach, going up the cobble stairs, and then you're in the forest.
Yeah.
So you're bouncing about all over the place, and
Yeah.
but this sphere thing, I don't know. And the fact Joe says, now we're in trouble.
That's where that went. That's exactly where I went. There was the words in it were quite
Yeah.
apt, isn't it? I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
the film that has that ball in it. It's an 80s film with a
The
kid.
Phantasm.
I can't describe it. It's
Phantasm. With this corkscrew thing coming out of it.
Simon?
If I could draw, I'd draw it, but I'm not.
Simon?
Very good
Yeah, but it's
drawer.
not that exactly a ball, is it? It's a hexagon type.
Yeah.
Simon?
Yeah.
Is it a
Hexagon
three,
thing, yeah.
is it a
Yeah.
three-dimensional sphere, or is it flat?
No, it was like a hexagon shape.
What, flat?
So he's
like that.
no, he emailed. His
Oh,
internet's going again. In a
is
picture.
that my internet again?
Yeah.
Look, hold on. About the size of that, but squared edges.
But
Right.
did it have
Yeah,
that?
and it was clear. It was transparent.
Did it have
Have
that
what?
dimension? Did you see them dimensions? Was it 3-dimensional?
Yeah, I could see all the way. Yeah, I could see all around it, and it was coming up. It come from my feet,
Was
And
the
it was
eye in the
right
centre,
there.
or
and the side of it was just looking in. An eye.
was
I
the eye
was
in
in
the
the centre
centre? Was it?
looking at us. It was like a magic eye. That's all I can describe it. The black. It was a black eye.
What's interesting is that the
Definitely.
Capel Green incident, and also what the other guy said during the Rendlesham incident, where there was an eye, wasn't it? As well. Do you remember?
I do. I don't know.
And where am I going back to now?
Simon.
Is it like that side?
Green.
Yes, like that, Paul. But fully, you could see it all the way round.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it made a strange noise, like a drone noise, but it wasn't a
Hum.
drone noise. It was a whir.
But it doesn't scare. It doesn't scare you though.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Why?
No,
Because you
I
told
don't.
me you're in
No.
trouble now.
You more scared. In reality, you more scared me by saying we're in trouble now, and that's when we shot. We went like Billy O.
Hmm.
But I don't know what we're in trouble from.
Your fault, Joe. Your fault.
We're probably going to find out. I think. We're probably going to find out. I think.
I just not to say err on the side of caution, because that's not what I'm telling you to do, because that's not me. But it has resonated in my brain since the last show, and just how you put it to me and how you spoke about it is the concern, because it's not, that's in my eyes, that's no different to when you say to us, or when we go on events, oh, I've got a bad feeling about tonight, there's something not nice there, and you think, well, cheers, thanks for telling us that, because we're all going to now look out for that, and that's good. But that's where it drew me to. And over the last sort of year or so, that has not necessarily come into your equations when you've talked about events. We've never really had that warning that you used to give us. So you've come to terms with obviously what you're either dealing with or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But this one just stuck out. It took me back to them years where we, look at Bear Kites all them years ago when the car broke down. Then we had, the flat tire, and we had to get mum to drive us
Yeah.
all the kit, and I had to drive back.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walked back through the door, you had that creature climbing all over the guests and the floor. But you foresee that on the way there, because you said, I don't feel that something's nice there tonight. And that's where it drew me back to. It was like not to say that I never paid any attention to it, because that's wrong. But
I'm not getting that sort of feeling. How can I put it?
What, a fear?
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of it. I don't think I'm scared of it. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by it because I want to know what it is.
But you may never find out that.
I'd like to know what it is. But I think we might have seen it before.
Or is it
I
the
think we
anal
might have seen it
probe?
before.
It's the anal probe. That's the big
I
fear
don't
thing,
know.
isn't it?
Well, if that happens, run. Definitely run. 100%.
We're in trouble now.
I've been following that Stephen Greer a lot lately, and he seems to think that Stephen Greer seems to think that we don't need to fear the aliens. It's the people, the humans on Earth that have got the technology that we should be fearing. Because he said that if the aliens were hostile, like everyone seems to think they are, they could have easily wiped us out by now.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we've got
Yeah, I
like
agree.
nuclear. We've only got nuclear fission, haven't we, as a weapon? But well, allegedly, I mean, we've probably got other things now, which he suggests we have. But they've got the ability to change time and space, and we could be just eliminated instantly if they wanted to be hostile. So I don't think we should fear too much, apart from the anal probe.
No, no. I think no. I'm not fearing it. I don't fear it. But I think have we seen it? Have we already seen it? Did we see it? What was that light that came into the car? What was that light Russ and Jay saw at Rendlesham? Have we seen them? Have we seen them already? That's
How
my
big
question.
would you say yours was? Your light.
That is about two times the size of a tennis ball. Double the size of a tennis ball.
I'm trying to think the size of the one
It's there, so it was there, so I could quite clearly see into it, and it was the eye, and it was like clicking. It was obviously, I think, like taking pictures or don't know. At the end of the day, it could have just been a dream, but it was so vivid. And to come out of somewhere.
I say the light at
Watched it again, I can't.
Rendlesham, the light at Rendlesham was about the
Yeah.
size of an end of a torch, like that, because I generally thought someone had put a torch over or in front of, like,
Yeah. And when it come into the car, that's how the car. Yeah. And that's how the light come in the car. Do you remember, Joe?
I
Yeah.
can't remember the light in the car. I don't think
No, I don't
remember
think you saw it. I think
people.
What, in
me,
the car?
Joe, and Jay saw it. Yeah.
What, in the car?
Yeah.
I saw the
Do you
car
remember the light
one.
in the car?
I saw the car one, but there was only two of us that saw the one on the footpath, and I think that was Jay and Simon, wasn't it?
Jay and me on the
Oh,
footpath
you-
in the forest.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I saw the thing in the car, and I saw the red lights at the crossroad.
How big was the one in the car?
Like a tennis ball. Yeah, I wouldn't say bigger.
Quite big. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, we have got that. Look, we can't, because as you're saying, we're saying tennis ball to a hexagon. So that's the only thing that we can't link.
Yeah.
But we've got this ball of energy, whatever shape it has, that has been, you know, we've seen it and visualized it.
The two
Before.
incidents could be unrelated, couldn't they?
Potentially. But I
Could be.
just want
Yeah.
Could- Paul,
Yes.
because I know you was in that. I'm sure you was in my group when we had the incidences at the Kelvedon bunker. You know, when the phone started to do funny things?
Yeah.
Now, prior to that, was you in my group or was it just at the end you was in my group?
God.
Because I'm pretty sure that we saw some form of ball of light in that area with the same time as my phone going off.
God, blimey, Russ, I can't remember. That was.
I'm just seeing if you can remember, because
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure it was in the bunker, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't just the phone.
No, it was everything electrical that night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was playing havoc, and I'm pretty sure that end
Yeah.
group, if it was me, you, Scott, it must have been. You must have been in my group because we had guests, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Stephanie was there with her friend.
Judy Rudd.
Yeah, when you chucked your phone, was that when you chucked your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
we were all there. I remember being there. So I don't know what we were all doing there,
I
but
can't
we
remember.
were all there because you chucked your phone.
Yeah, I can remember.
What,
Paul,
through it? You threw it?
the phone.
Yeah, threw it at me,
Yeah.
Joe. Threw it at me.
I
What,
had
without-
that phone.
Without worrying about the damage of Paul or the phone.
Yeah, I had it
Yeah.
in my pocket. I had it in my pocket. The phone was off, and it was off, and it said, "Sing me a lullaby." And I went, and it said something else, didn't it, Paul?
You pulled the phone out and it was like, what the hell was that? And then it said something else. You went, gee, like, what
Yeah,
the hell? It didn't throw it deliberately at me, but it just went in my direction.
across the floor. Didn't want it anywhere near me. I just generally did. Because it was off, but it was
Yeah.
talking. The phone was off, and it was talking.
And it was weird what it said when it was sing me a lullaby and it was something else, wasn't it? Tell me a story or something.
Yeah, you tell me a story or something like that.
Story. Tell me a story.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
Tell me
pretty
a
sure
story.
that was either just before Rendlesham or after Rendlesham.
You sure it wasn't a Max Bygraves YouTube video? I want to tell you a story.
You know what? If we can confirm it was, I would have been a lot more comfortable. But
Well,
I
it
know,
must have scared you because to throw £1,000 or £700 phone across the floor and not worry about it being damaged, it must have worried you.
it did. It did because it was off. I was pressing the buttons. And I don't know. Did we ask a question? Did
No,
we?
but when you look back, it was as if we had asked the question because it if I remember rightly, it had the question there, and then that answered, or vice versa. That was asking a question, and there was an answer,
And I'm
as if
pretty,
it was like that.
Yeah.
Bixby thing or whatever it is.
yeah. I remember going because I did have a Samsung phone at that time, and I did go back and I did look at Bixby the next morning, and there was no recollection of what the thing said. There's like a log that you can bring it up, so it definitely wasn't Bixby that kicked in.
Sorry,
But
what's Bixby? What's Bixby?
That's
It's-
Samsung's Siri, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it the same?
basically, yeah. But it didn't even say it in that kind of voice, though, did it? It said it in like a very creepy female voice, didn't it?
Yeah. Sing me a lullaby. The
It
same
was,
like,
it was freaky. It was proper freaky.
tell me a story. It was like Ed Ging or whatever his name is. Have you ever watched that program yet?
No, not yet.
That's freaky. His voice, yeah. Mother, horrible. But yeah. I launched it, but I went back, checked it all out. But I am pretty sure that there was light spotted there, or ball of light spotted at that location on that night as well. And I'm pretty sure, I'm about 85% sure that it was just after we had visited Rendlesham.
Could be, couldn't it?
What do you mean? You went to Rendlesham the day before?
You know, no, when we had all the ball of the ball. Sorry, I'm going to right off kilter as well. The night of Rendlesham, when we had the phone glow, we walked around it, size poor leg. That night, yeah, the incident with the car, Kelvedon happened after that. Okay,
What?
Kelvedon happened after
Yeah.
that event.
What, the next day?
No, because we would all stayed down there, didn't we?
Right.
So it was either the following week or the week after. It was
Right.
in the next weekend
Yeah.
or whatever it was. But the night at Rendlesham as well, that light has been seen twice. You have seen that light. That light was walking around the tent that we was in that night, because me and Maz saw the light glow around the tent, and that glow was seen by Kim and Sandra when we went to Wisbeck, walking around the lodge.
Yeah.
And you saw the light at the lodge on the other side of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And then we think we saw a
Yeah,
light
it was answering me.
at the back when we was told to look at the back.
Yeah, it was answering.
So
Yeah.
it's not just once or twice you've seen this light. I think this light has been around.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Consistency.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
did
it is.
did we see the light when we went to Jay's factory and we did that metal board, the XO board? Remember?
Yeah.
I think you and Jay saw a light in the corner or up in the ceiling of the factory.
And I saw a light, didn't I, coming home from class?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Because I followed it into the car park. Yeah, shit. Yeah, it crossed the road in front of me. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Perhaps that is it. Perhaps that is. Oh, couple of weeks, Joe.
Yeah,
So
but does it look like the one that you saw in the dream?
I can't. No, because I've never seen it that close.
Yeah, but don't forget, you know, with your
I've never seen it
Perception of
that
you-
close until that dream.
what you see with your eyes in real life is different to what you're actually seeing, it, isn't it? You know, the light spectrum that your eyes actually pick up in dream state or trance state,
Yeah.
you might be seeing of what it actually is.
Yeah. Couple of weeks, we
I
might
don't-
find out.
I don't think.
Good,
Well,
isn't it?
just have to not worry.
I'm not. No, I'm not. To be quite honest, I'm not.
I think
But I'm going-
what I think is what gives you the fear is when you get the feelings, because like walking up that path at Rendlesham, for example, at Eastgate, walking up that path is okay, and then all of a sudden you get this really horrible change of energy feeling, and that's what sort of brings on the fear. Because as you know, I
Yeah.
walked up to the
But
IR and I was not fearful at all. But as soon as I started getting that horrible feeling, then your mind runs away.
It's a balance, isn't it? That's a real balancing
Yeah.
act. Because once you've got that in your head, then it's
But
very
I always-
hard, isn't it?
But I think that applies even when you do
Always.
ghosts, doesn't it? Really,
Mm.
when you go into a place and it's unnerving when you go in there, you get this horrible feelings. It brings the fear on. But if you don't get that horrible feeling, the energy feeling, I mean, you guys all feel that, don't you? When you feel the different sorts of energy, like the good and the bad. You can feel it.
Yeah.
I think that's what brings on the fear.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah,
A good example is
yeah, I
when we-
agree. I don't. No, actually, I don't. No, I think it's more a fear of the unknown. Because if,
Yeah,
if
but
you said if you
When
said
you get
it's-
that
it
feeling,
was a
you get
spirit,
more jumpy, didn't you?
Yeah.
yeah. But I think if you said it was if you said to me it's a feeling of a negative energy in a place, it wouldn't bother me because I'd walk into it. But I think it's a fear of what I don't know. Because I think it's something different in Rendlesham. I definitely 100% think it's something different in Rendlesham.
Yeah, but Si, if you walked into a place, right, and you don't get any
Always said
feelings,
it.
you don't get any feelings at all. You walk into the place, it doesn't feel horrible and it doesn't feel good. It just feels fairly neutral. That's fine, but you must admit when you go into a place and you get this,
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't explain it really unless you actually feel it yourself. It's like a real hollow darkness in your chest. When you feel that, that's when I get the fear. I'm not scared of the unknown
Yeah.
because I want to know the answers. I want to know the answers.
Yeah.
So that's when the balancing comes in, like Russ has said. It's a balance between wanting to know and fearing the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I say I don't quite know what my level is at Rendlesham. I don't quite know what that, I won't say fear, because I don't think it's fear at Rendlesham. I think, look, you can't take it. You're in the middle of a forest, in the middle of nowhere. If you get stabbed and you scream at the top of your voice, no one's going to hear you. All right, simple. That's fear in itself, and that's got to play in your mind. We're in a forest. If you're on your own, like Joe did that night, every little thing is going to go through
Yeah,
your head.
don't know, did it?
Every little creak of an animal is going to be everything. That you can't. How you even manage that is beyond. It's different if you're getting to A to B and there's something that's B. If it was like, oh, there's a group of people at B, and you had to walk from A through that forest to get to B. I get that because what you're focused on just getting there. But being on your own, knowing there isn't a B apart from running back to your car and still knowing you've got to get in your car and start in it and drive out of that place, that's horror film shit. No matter what you talk about, that is some form of horror film.
I hope it was a bit foolhardy, but I think it's because you really want to know, so you just do it. And yeah, it would have been better if there'd been someone else with me. But
that's what I'm saying. At that point, what point is your, what's the word I'm looking for? Is your mind
running away?
Not running away, conflicted. Because can you make a decisive judgment call of preciseness when you've got that going around in your head? What was that? Shit, I'm on my own. Holy hell. If something jumps out of these woods, I'm fucked. And you've got to try and that conflict in your mind to then take that conflict away and then be in that moment. I don't know how that would play on my mind. Do you know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
Well, I find out. Go up there on your own and see.
Because I don't look. Yeah, I would do it. I would do it, but I know that I couldn't come out of that forest and give you anything that I would be willing to testify that went on, because I don't know in my head what would be causing that of the situation that I'm in. It's different when I'm in situation with 2 or 3 people, because you've got the backup of everybody. My brain doesn't run wild when there's a group of us. So,
Yeah.
but my Rendlesham experiences, I don't think have ever been positive. I think they've always been aggressive. I've always think they've had some form of guard up against us, and that's where my brain goes with Rendlesham. I'm not 100% comfortable with what is in there and what is causing the shit.
I mean, you know, we mustn't be naive and narrow-minded and assume that it's just aliens coming from outer space. It could be something that actually is in the forest. Some energy, some nature spirits. It could be anything. I mean, we get a bit narrow-minded in ufology, thinking, you know, aliens from outer space in a metal saucer craft. There's so many, probably millions and infinite numbers of different entities that exist on this planet and in the universe. And I think we've lost Simon, haven't we?
Yeah, Simon's gone. His internet's gone again. But no, I do totally get it. I say, you know, the times that we've been there,
I wish he was there when I was there with Jaden, and we saw like torchlights in the forest. You know, there's a perimeter fence, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's always got holes in it. Well, it was along that, and it wasn't anyone there, and that place is really crazy. You know, that's why it needs to be investigated a lot more. But it's having the time and the bottle to spend hours there and actually possibly even camp in the woods, which has been done. Even though it's not allowed, you can still do it.
it's not my idea of fun. Because
That's a good way to sum it up.
I do generally feel that would happen. I do think that I'd hear a crack of a twig, a shuffle of a leaf, and we're in a forest, and the animal habitats there are going to be. And I think that would. I don't know quite how I would stop my brain from going.
I've been
Yeah,
more worried
it's
about
drifting
other-
off to sleep, isn't it? And getting woken up by something, a noise or something, and that'll do you as well, I think.
But the last time I went to Rendlesham, and it was only like a flying visit, it was a cold night. I was just away for the weekend. I just stopped there, showed people what it was, and there was something going on within one of them big hangars right by the fence. There was cars, there was all sorts of activity going on. The one that is sort of quite near the fence line, and you couldn't really do it. It could have been a film or something like that being shot there. I don't know what it was, but there was a lot of activity there, so you couldn't really do much anyway.
When was that then? I don't remember that.
It was probably about 2 years ago.
Was I there?
No. It was just me, Christina, Jay, and Maz. And
I've never seen anything going on that airfield ever.
yeah, there's a lot of activity, but it was on the hangar, right close to the fence. The first one you come to, and I think there was even a toilet at the back.
Probably a rave. It's probably a rave weekend.
It would have been hired. It looked all professional. It wasn't unprofessional.
Yeah.
All right. I've just got to let the dog out. All right, dog's getting my attention. Mother, I'm sending the dog up. If you're watching.
What's the matter with your internet, Si?
That's better, I think.
Well, you've got
Got no idea, mate.
I've just got a mobile phone in, using my 4G, and it's not bad.
This is usually pretty good.
Hmm.
But
What-
I don't know what's the
what
matter
is-
with this tonight.
Is it BT?
Yeah,
Have you
but
got BT broadband?
it's saying I've got full strength.
It could be anything. Though.
No.
It's a delay in it.
No.
It's a delay. And it's like we're
It's
talking.
better
to
now,
Simon,
though. It's actually got better now.
but there's a massive delay. It's like like you get the old
It's
the
gone now.
TV show interviews, don't they? When they're talking to Ross King in the mornings.
Yeah.
Hello, Ross. How are you?
Yes, Si, there's so much a delay. We've actually finished the show. You're just talking to a recording. Oh, you got that? You got it
I'm
10
right.
minutes after.
But have we got anything that we want to catch up on? Guys? Have we
You
got
know, I'd be
anything
better off trying it on my phone.
you can do? You can do. You have to remove yourself and just go on the link and come in.
Yeah.
Just leave the studio
That's
and come
right.
back on your phone. So, Joe, you haven't been here for a long time. All right. Have you got anything that you want to talk to us about? Have you got anything that you want us to just talk about in general? Anything that you want to?
Well, I was going to bring up whistleblowers.
Right.
I've recently done a bit of research on Stephen Greer, and I didn't realise he's like what do you call it? He's like a mother superior to all these whistleblowers, and I didn't realise that. And that's it, Si.
Any better?
Yeah, it's a bit blurry. Have you,
Need to
Have you
wipe
got-
the camera.
can you give the lens a bit of a clean?
There you go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear.
No delay at all.
Can hear you now. Good.
Yeah, I was just saying that Stephen Greer I've been following a lot, and he's got a lot of whistleblowers in his camp that he oversees. And also, I found out, I don't know if you know about this, Paul, but Stephen Greer's got something called DPIA. It's like a massive database, and it's free of charge. I can hear a funny noise.
Simon,
Sorry, that might be me.
Hey, mate. I ain't
we
doing
can see
anything.
you in your phone.
Sounds like
No.
someone doing drums.
I ain't doing anything. Look, it's my hands. I've
Yes,
got
it is.
my-
Do
You
not
got your phone resting on them.
on my laptop.
Yes,
Yeah.
Joe.
As I was saying, Stephen Greer has got a massive database that's free of charge to go on. It's called the DPIA, which is Disclosure Project Intelligence Archive. Have you heard of it?
Yes, it's got all the stories of his military pals that they come out with in detail, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got some amazing stuff, absolutely amazing stuff. And it makes me laugh because I've been doing a lot of research, and when you go right back, I don't know if you guys know about Phil Schneider.
I've heard that name.
Well, he was a guy a long time ago, probably in the 60s and 70s, and he basically was a survivor of a firefight between humans and extraterrestrials. And what happened was this Phil Schneider was a geologist and engineer for the deep state, and he was very expert in the way of tunneling, because lots of them secret bases like Area 51, S4 are tunnels, aren't they? They actually go down lots of levels and going along and stuff. And what happened was they was digging a tunnel, and they broke through and accidentally got into an alien hive where there's lots of aliens, and there was a massive firefight. Now, if you go on the internet, you don't really have to look really deep to find out about all these things. But it makes me laugh that there's so much stuff out there if you look. Yet when we go on YouTube or we listen to the mainstream TV, there's all this stuff about the Tic Tac thing that keep going on about. It's like,
Yeah, that's old news compared to that.
it's just ridiculous, because that's their idea of disclosure. Oh, we're just going to tell you about this Tic Tac that we caught going along the sea. So the point I'm making is, if people just done a little bit of digging, they can find out so much information that blows you away. Another guy I've been following is John Lear, who died naturally. Some of the stuff that he's come out with, like he reckons that there was 10 to 15 spaceships or UAPs that were actually retrieved, and 3 of them were intact, which goes along with all the other stories. Like it sort of ties in with who was the guy that came out, Bob Lazar. You know, it all ties in. And just there's so much evidence out there. I don't think you really need disclosure.
Well,
it's there for you to see.
I think they call it disclosure because there's so many people out there that as soon as you mention anything like that, especially going into it to that level, oh, don't be stupid. What the hell were you smoking? You know, it's only people like us that will read something like that and think, how the hell are people not aware of this? But
You get the mail right in there, Paul.
yeah, I don't think, I don't know, like everything that he's done, because it was a big thing when it first came out, the Disclosure Project. And it's all been
Stephen
forgotten
Greer,
about.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a massive conference, wasn't it? Big disclosure, you know, it's all coming out. And
But what I don't get is some of them, like that Phil Schneider I just said that was in the firefight, he got assassinated because he stood up on a podium and he literally spewed out everything.
yeah,
He spewed out everything about what's going on, about the plans for the deep state to reduce the population by 20. I think he quoted 2020.
2021 originally.
No, yeah. Well, this recording of Phil Schneider, I think, must have been in the 1970s, and he actually said that it's planned for 2029. By 2029, there'll be 7/8 of the population of the planet eliminated. That ain't long.
No, it's not.
What was the other thing I was going to say?
Can I just, you know, when you were just about there, when you sort of saying this assassination, say that right, assassination, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, who do you believe potentially assassinated him?
An operative, perhaps someone like the Jason Bourne movies. If you watch the Jason Bourne movies, where they're sort of programmed by this like MK Ultra. MK Ultra is another one. If you'd research that, it's a real actual weaponization of people. It really has
Right.
going on now, as you say. Yeah, I think someone like that. Just told to do a job and they do it.
Yeah.
What would be the purpose of it?
Well, I think the MK Ultra operative is sort of brainwashed into thinking that it's a patriotic thing to do.
No. What is? I have got a point. I am going a long way about it, but what would be the reason for assassinating him? What would be because what we've just had, like, my belief, we've spoke about it, Paul, and has just said it as well, is that these people is, what are you smoking? So the majority of the population would have listened to that Snyder bloke and gone, what are you smoking? The majority of the population.
100%.
The likes of you, me, Simon, and Paul probably would have gone, I get it. I understand that. I can probably feasibly, because we're into that.
But there's also people in between.
Yeah, but
and that's what they're worried about. The ones.
Yeah, but the thing is,
popping him off only makes his story credible.
Yeah, but they're actually
the government. Let's call them the higher government. Okay, but this could be the popping off. Could be by the extraterrestrials who he witnessed that, because it is like, shut up, we don't want our secrets out. Because I don't see the deep state and I don't see the governments giving a flying monkeys what he says on that stadium, because like what Paul said, the majority of people would say, mate, what are you smoking? He's doing it. Bizarre went through it for years.
Do you know? And I think that's where it's all coming from. Because if you look back, I read recently that back 5 years ago, it was like 60-40 people believed, yeah, and before that it was 70-30. But they reckon now it's 50-50, so it's going back. And I think it's out there. I think it's in plain sight, and the numbskulls that's the wrong word, but the majority of people, the Joe Public, would just go, oh yeah, they say if it comes up, Trump puts it on the news, or somebody puts it on the news, we've got aliens walking amongst us. Oh yeah, that's good. They won't give a flying fuck. I'm telling you.
No.
I think a lot of it is to stop the traction. I think it is to shut these people up before they make a name for themselves, before they get any traction behind what they're saying, especially if they've got, detailed information and things that could back it up. To me, that's all the reason they need to silence that person. Yeah. When you get these people that speak out, that hear it from someone, that heard it from someone, a lot of stuff Stephen Greer talks about, he gets a lot of his stories from people he knows, ex-military and things like that.
Most of them are ex-military whistleblowers, yeah.
So why isn't he gone?
That's a very good question.
He's well protected, very well protected, and he's openly admitted that. If anything ever happens to me, it will be a complete release of everything I know.
He reckons he's got a dead man's trigger.
Yeah.
So basically, if he gets bumped off, there's things in place that will just blow up stuff that goes probably deep.
Yeah,
I mean, he seems to know a lot of information, Stephen Greer. I'm amazed that he is still alive. I mean, a lot of he's had a few colleagues killed, and there was one recently that got murdered.
Yeah, I just don't get it. There's too many, what we're saying there, that look, is a dead man's trigger. I generally get all that. But so what? So what? We've got video footage of these Tic Tacs. We've got potentially video footage of seeing extraterrestrials. We see all these videos. What more evidence out there do we need?
We don't.
I don't think they're trying to hide.
Care.
I don't think they're trying to hide the fact that there's aliens and there's the alien agenda. I think they're trying to hide the fact that there is a black budget that is so massive, it's probably half of the American GDP that's funding all these black projects. And some of the weapons that they have are beyond what we can actually imagine. I mean, the ultimate one is this bending of space and time. That's the worst one, because that can affect the whole of reality. But I think they're worried about all that getting out. I mean, Phil Schneider wasn't just saying that there was an aliens existing. It wasn't really hiding that. He came out with lots of stuff about the black budget, about the 28% of, I think he said at the time, 28% of the GDP of the American budget was being spent on black projects. And if that all gets out and gains a bit of momentum, the public are going to go nuts, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's all about keeping control, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more about the control they're worried about. It's about the disclosure of aliens. I think it's all a bit of a smokescreen, this disclosure. Oh, we want disclosure. I mean, you don't need disclosure. If you just do a bit of digging, it's all there.
Well, it's also about deciphering the difference between what's actual aliens and what's us, because they reckon that TikTok video is us. That's us having reverse engineered the alien craft, got their technology there, because apparently we are working with them, and they reckon that was ours. That was one of ours.
And that was just put out on the TV as a tidbit. Oh, look, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
They're going to start telling us about it. Oh, that's just a little scratch. That's like one little grain of sand in the Sahara Desert, that is, that Tic Tac video.
Yeah, 100%.
Some of the stuff, who's the other bloke I've been... Eric Hecker. There's a guy, I can't remember the name of the guy, but there's a guy. Did you hear about the guy that was in the Amazon forest or Indonesian forest? And when he got there, there was a spacecraft or a starship there, 300 foot wide, and he was told that was one of ours, and it was. And there was there's loads of crates there, and they thought they were drugs being shipped. And he found out that they were actually people inside the crates. And that was all part of this black ops thing. That's the sort of information they're trying to hide. That's the information that they don't want anyone to know about.
And look what was we saying on the last show? Look at how many people go missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all to do with aliens, mate. It's that, like you say, it could all be part of the deal you've got or the experiments. So someone... just not changing the subject, but on that kind of thing. When was the last time you see a new cemetery being built?
You don't, do you, really?
No.
In any country, you don't. You know, we've had record deaths in the last 5 years. Not everyone getting cremated.
No.
I'm just talking about the last 5 years.
So what are you suggesting?
Where are these people going? Where are these bodies going?
Mm.
My local Chinese.
Well, I'm not just. It's it's what they're saying. You just because they're emptying the casket into the ground, they've only got to change that plot every 40 years, because I guarantee you, 40 years after that plot's been buried, someone's not still going to that grave. Even every 100 years, although the amount of deaths we have, I don't think is as long as that. Just keep putting an empty box in that ground, They reckon that they're getting experimented on this and that, but
then
where are these people going?
Then I could, we could quite easily sort of go along that to my point, like loosely again, it's not going off subject to that. I get this whole body thing. I do get it. It makes sense. You look at the when we went through COVID, every day the government would come on our screens and say, today we've had 2,800 deaths
a day.
Where do bodies go? Because the morgues can't take them sort of bodies per day. And we had all these built up, whatever they are, didn't we? All these so-called morgues that went up to take the bodies that weren't used.
Mm.
And I get it. It does fit, Paul. I do get it. Okay, look, it's wrong. If anyone's listening, and you know they're worried about their loved one's body being taken away. That's not what we're saying, but I do get it. I do generally get it. It must be a huge, I'd say, as us, whatever we are classing ourselves as the humans, that these extraterrestrials or the deep state are experimenting on us and using us in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
Could be.
But going back to like assassination of whistleblowers, it's quite, you know, you guys all know, you can probably think of at least 1 or 2 or 3 whistleblowers or people connected to all this that's been bumped off. You know, obviously they're going to, your argument, Russ, is that, you know, they're not worried about the odd person standing up and spouting out their stuff, but I think they are.
Yeah.
And I think if you're the right sort of person, they will get rid of you.
But I think it's coming not from. I totally agree. But I don't think it's the people that I generally think it's the people directly involved, linking it to the scenario they are talking about. So, for example, the Rob Schneider or the Schneider,
Bill Schneider,
he's seen this war of extraterrestrials against whoever they were, if it was us v them or 2 different species within the sky. My feeling is that one of them extraterrestrial groups have popped him off. I don't think it'd be anybody in this world of human ilk, governments or anything, would give a flying monkeys about what he's saying because of what Paul would say. The human race, the human element side of it is, God, my God, he's an absolute lunatic. What's he smoking? But I think there is the race of alien who don't understand that side of things, because they wouldn't understand that side of things. And they're understanding that, hang on a minute, he's talking about us and he's letting that out. If this goes too fast, we need him gone. And I think that's how my brain would work on this sort of thing. I don't think it's just because we are a world that we have to have divisiveness. We have to have people, like I've always said, we have to have 2 sides of every story in this country. We have to have someone for it and someone against it. So we have to have people like us that will stand up and say whatever we want, and then you'll get the absolutely, whatever you want to call them, say, don't be stupid. You know, they don't do that. Don't be silly. You still, you know, we've still got people going in for their COVID vaccinations with all the evidence out there. We've still got people taking it because they need these people, because that is the way of the world. There's going to be them and us, or us and them. And this is what they need. So I generally feel that these people are getting assassinated, are being assassinated by the actual species or something along them lines of them. That's how my brain sees it.
You're thinking in terms of non-human rather than human.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, don't forget, you know, the government was deep in creating like a hybrid species as well. You know, with all these deep state things, they were trying to mix and do God knows whatever to the human race. Or, you know, what if this Schneider come across a group of hybrid asses that were being trained or made to believe that they were superior to us, or this and that? You know, what goes through these people's minds is beyond me. You could have 100 groups of the same hybrids, each getting told they're this, each getting told they're that, different scenarios and situations in each one, and see how they cope.
Wasn't that
We're-
what Hitler was doing, though?
Sorry?
Wasn't that what Hitler was trying to do? Create that supreme race?
Well, who's to say he didn't start it off?
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And
That's-
you
that's what he was doing, wasn't
if he had a success in just one case, you're telling me that every government around the world ain't going to think, hang on a minute, he was on something, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
But it's alleged that he was involved with extraterrestrial intervention and also paranormal, wasn't he? He was into all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Massive.
The fact is, he spent more on religious artifacts and expeditions to the Antarctica than he ever did on any war that he did. So, you know, it's quite fascinating, really. That was the
Make of
war.
that what you want.
Yeah, was it? Once again, we go down that smoke screen of, you know, what are they hiding up? You know, we've got wars going on all around the world, you know, that are people are fearing. You know, what is the actual smoke screen of that? What's going on in the back realms of that? You know,
It's hard to know what is real, what isn't real, what is the truth and what is not the truth. I really am confused now because, like Stephen Greer, one minute I sort of believe everything he's going along with, and then next minute I'm not sure if he's right because, like he said, that there isn't any negative aliens. They're all, you know, if they wanted to wipe us out, they would have done so. But then you hear about the reptilians, and he hasn't even really spoke about the reptilians. I mean, is the reptilian something that's made up? I don't think so because of all the stories we've heard about the reptilian race. No one ever talks about the reptilians in this circle of people that I sort of follow. You know, all these.
There's a lot of civilizations that actually mention them as well.
Yeah, I know, and even in the
So,
Bible.
Yeah.
And yet, like you say, why are they not heard of now?
Yeah.
Why are they not really front and centre to it?
Well, you brought up Antarctica just now. One of you did. I think it was you, Russ. And one of the guys, one of the whistleblowers that I watched recently was Eric Hecker. And he was part of this program in Antarctica called the Raytheon program. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
And it's actually sold to the public. This is how they get the money for the Black Ops. They sell it to the public as a climate change thing to monitor the ice flow, and that's why they're doing it out in Antarctica. Well, this Eric Hecker has just come out. I can't remember who he was talking to. I think it might have been Ross Coulthard or someone like that. I can't remember now. And he reckons that they've got this device. It's called a neutrino detector that detects the ice changes. But he said it can be done in reverse. I don't know what he meant by that. And he said it can actually send out a pulse that can cause earthquakes. And they accidentally cause an earthquake. Yeah, they cause an earthquake in New Zealand. So you heard about it, Paul, but it doesn't really get to the mainstream, does it?
No.
Why doesn't it get there? It just doesn't get there, does it?
No. When they fired it up for the first time, that's when they had that massive earthquake.
Yeah, that's right, in 2011 or 2007, something like that.
Yeah. But we did brush across that when we had the Northern Lights all of a sudden peering up. You know, with DARPA and HARP. You know, that's what they're designed to do. And I think they were just expanding because they even had to put on the thing, HARP, wasn't it? That they were doing a test run, didn't they? It was like the week of everyone seeing these Northern Lights, they were doing a test run of their new facility. Well, that's convenient, isn't it? But it's all right. It's just you know, sun flares.
What are you suggesting? They use the Northern Lights as a cover for their operation, or their operation was?
They created the Northern Lights.
Oh, okay.
That's what that device does. That's what HARP does. It is basically to study and recreate and learn how to recreate Northern Lights. And that kind of, it's the frequency and energy they can put there. They can manipulate the weather. They can do this. Well, as we know, you know, that they can create rain, sun, wind, earthquakes.
Earthquakes, definitely.
Yeah. It's how much of this weather is natural, and look what happens with all these fires as well. You know, and these mass floods.
Do you remember the fire
in the land what they want something out of?
Do you remember that fire? Was it Hawaii or somewhere in America where everything was blitz apart from everything that was blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really weather. That was probably the direct energy weapons that they talk about. I mean, that's something that's talked about a hell of a lot across all these different videos I've watched. It's all out there, the information.
Yeah.
Project Blue Beam. Blue.
Yeah.
It's all the
And
same
you-
technology, mate. Yeah.
Now, Joe, you do go up north quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
When you go up north, right, look at all the big companies. Microsoft, Amazon, and they've all got big
Blue buildings.
Yeah.
That is a blue building on the M1.
With
Big
enough
with great
with
big
enough stuff
Amazon-
inside it, with enough stuff inside it to survive for a long time. I'm not just talking about your tellies and hoovers. I'm talking about everything else that they sell as well.
Do you know what? When I drove up to Derbyshire, I saw that big blue building just literally 5 days ago from today. About 5 days ago, I saw that blue building. And the person I went up there with said to me, "Why is that blue? You'd have thought it'd been painted something a bit more the right sort of colour." And I said, I didn't even think about what you just said. I said to her, it's so it blends in with the sky. So it doesn't look imposing. But now you said that, that's quite an interesting statement, that.
And look at the companies that own all these blue buildings.
And
They're
it
not-
wasn't just Amazon, there was another one. Yeah, you're right. But I can't remember the name of it.
You're not going to get Primark having a blue building. Tell you that now. But you're going to have all the big companies. Microsoft has always been blue. Facebook has always been blue. Amazon has always been blue.
I'll have to start changing my wardrobe, I reckon, and get all blue just in case I don't get zapped.
Why do you think I've got a blue car? Me not silly.
Yeah, but going back to that first question, you hit the nail on the head, Russ, when you said, why hasn't Stephen Greer been assassinated? I don't know. I really don't know. I know he's supposedly got a dead man's trigger, but I mean, there's other ones. I just mentioned Jake Barber and Eric Hecker. Jake Barber, you know about him? And he does the craft retrieval, and he's actually come out and said it on the YouTube video.
Yeah, but then once again, there's people outside of there will say, "What's he smoking?"
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can-
but he's got the what's the word? The credibility. He's got the
yeah, but only
he's got the
credibility-
credentials. He's got the credentials to back it up.
only to you. He wouldn't have any credibility to my mum or my granddad. They would
Well, I
have
do
said,
know. I do know that Ross Coulthard does actually look into the people before he interviews them. I'm not keen on Ross Coulthard, but he is pretty good.
yeah, but
He's quite
The same
methodical.
scenario, Joe, is like what you mentioned earlier, Russ, with the COVID and things like that. You had these doctors that were coming out warning people against it. Now, these doctors are the top of their field.
Yeah.
They'd worked in it for, 30, 40 years, advising people not to do it. And all the mainstream media tarnished them with the same brush. Oh, no, they're anti-vaxxers or this or that. No, we're not. We've worked with this for, this is our speciality. But all of them were tarnished with the same brush. It didn't matter what credentials they had.
What was worse than that, Paul, was there was doctors out there that have got medical information and medical credentials, and they're saying take the COVID jab. But that was the biggest shocker
But
for me.
that's saying we've got this balance. I know it's wrong in saying it, but that's balance because they need us and they need them to
Mm.
cause this uncertainty. And I think that is the ufology field to an absolute T. You could go out there tomorrow, Joe, go and see a craft. You could take a picture of it. You could film it. You could get the alien to do an interview with it.
Yeah,
And
have a cup of tea with them. Yeah,
You put it on YouTube and you'll get, oh my God, look
Yeah.
at this weirdo. Look at this
especially now.
AI generator.
Especially now.
Do you not think that that's a coincidence? How far all of a sudden
AI.
AI's gone.
Yeah.
AI has
Yeah.
gone from being a pipe dream to all of a sudden it's doing everything.
And we can all use it, can't we? As well.
Right on the cusp of when
Free
all
of
this is
charge
meant,
as well.
when all this is meant to go down. So you could do whatever you want now, mate, and it don't matter. People will be like, "Yes, AI."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. And that's why, going back to your question, Joe, Stephen Greer isn't upsetting anybody because, in the most majority of people, he's a nutcase. There's now going to be, as Simon said, there's going to be now people believing it. So then people become credible. So he's got nothing to hide from anybody. The government don't give a monkeys because it is what it is. They understand it. And he hasn't actually come out and said anything. As you said, he's never mentioned the reptilians. He's never mentioned anything that could potentially, in my eyes, could get him popped off. Because I do think it is subhuman that are killing him. The species that you put in danger will come after you. That's how I see it. He's very methodical. Stephen Greer is very clever, and he will only do certain things at certain times. I think he can really, say what he wants because he doesn't really put his foot in it. He doesn't come out and say, "Oh, this, that, and the other." You know what he's saying straight away. Well, if they wanted to kill us, they will. That's all right. He's not offending anyone, but he don't come out and said, if I've got evidence that the reptilians can blow us to smithereens with a weapon called 862197. It was built by this with reverse engineering. He wouldn't say it because they would pop him off because they're putting him in direct harm. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Well, he has been saying things like that. If you go on that DPIA archive, you'd be amazed what's on there.
Yeah, but it's
That's
only
what I mean. It's all in plain sight. It's there for anyone to look at. It's just like, but I think the big problem is people just don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
But we are willing to believe it. That's the difference. I don't know whether that's because we're genetically different to other people or what. I don't know what it is. Do you find yourself sometimes talking to people trying to explain what you believe, and it's like it just doesn't nothing sticks at all to them, does it? At all?
No,
you
it won't.
can't just go straight in with that, Joe. You got to try and break it in gently. You just do a passing comment and see how they react, and then you'll know whether to spend time on it or not.
Yeah, I know it is that. Yeah, and I do sort of gently put it in, but sometimes you just know that it's just not going to stick. They've just got this predetermined assumption. Well, they've got a predetermined view on something. It's a bit like when you try and discuss the moon landing.
But then they could be saying the same thing about us.
I mean, I still listen to people that are convinced there was a moon landing. I still listen to it because I could be wrong, but
yeah. Just
I think
I'm with everything that you've said. I can't sit here and disagree with anything that people say, is because there is no full-scale proof of anything. Doesn't matter if it's on your mainstream media or it isn't. Everything that what we go through in this world at the moment is arguably we're not getting told the truth. How we see it is how we take it. The government are just full of absolute crooks of liars. They can literally stand on your TV screen, look you in the eye, and tell you a full frontal lie. It doesn't matter if you're a Labour supporter, a Conservative supporter, a Reform supporter, a Greenpeace party supporter. They'll all look you down the camera. Donald Trump will look you in the eye and lie.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We can't prove it either way. Everything that we talk about here and amongst ourselves outside of this show is just personal feelings.
Yeah, and our own personal beliefs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So you
resides here.
But you just hope that sometimes, something might stick and then they might think, oh, I might look into that. And when you start digging, it all becomes a bit clearer, because that's all that happened with me. I'm sure it happened with you guys. You start digging and then the waters become less muddy. You can see more. And then you look more, and then you see more, and it keeps on going, and it sort of snowballs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's like some people, they won't even allow it to get through over the first hurdle. It's like, no, I'm not going to listen.
Ignorance is bliss, mate, for a lot of people.
I know it is.
A lot of people.
Mm.
Yeah, but sometimes I look at myself and say, I wished I was like them people.
I
Because-
agree. Yeah, I do sometimes.
Like a unicorn world they live in.
Yeah.
Everything is given. And
But
I
then-
just think
But then
I'm
I
just
look at this digital ID and this new currency. I mean, they've actually announced it now. They're going to do a digital currency. The Bank of England, haven't they? There's been a leaked email about it.
And we spoke about this when COVID first
And this
did it.
it is all going to happen, and that's a massive worry. And it's the Chinese social system, credit system. You will actually be told what you can buy, what you can't buy.
Yeah.
and that,
You've been a good boy or a naughty boy.
that goes down to the new world order. One world, one government.
But that's why I want to I know all the truths, and why I want to know stuff. Whereas I don't want to put my head in the sand and just wait for something like that to happen.
You will own nothing but be happy, apparently, Joe.
But I don't want that to happen, do you?
I don't want it to happen, but there's part. I just love talking about it.
I'm already skinned and I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's the truth, though, Joe. That's the truth. And I don't say that because you just said it, but yeah, that's the truth. I haven't got a lot of money, but I'm happy. I can laugh, I can joke, I can see friends, and we can have a good talk.
Yeah.
And I say, I've said it to you when we did the early shows. I say it to Paul quite often. Simon's heard me say it. I can't change it. I can't change it. We generally can't change it because the deep state will always win. I'm sorry, they've won in time throughout the ages. This doesn't go back 10 years. This doesn't go back 100 years. This goes back thousands of years because the conform back then goes back to way past simpler time to the pyramids. To the pyramids.
It goes back to the last civilization, because there's been a few civilizations on this planet, hasn't there? It's all been kept quiet.
You know, you think like I always remember we went. I don't know where we went, Simon, and you went to a church. We ended up drove down that dirt track that we shouldn't have been down, and we got turned around by the farmer at the end of it.
Simon's doing a bit of housekeeping.
Gracie's Lane. Gracie's Lane.
There's a church around the corner, wasn't there?
Yeah, Gracie's Lane. Yeah.
And you picked up a story there of there was someone buried in there that started the peasants' revolt
Yeah.
back in whenever it was,
Yeah.
right? And that always stuck in my mind because that was not the only thing I've ever done research on, but that gentleman who started the peasants' revolt. Huh?
What Tyler?
No, it was somebody else. I can't remember. It's going back yoinks. You're going back years.
Yeah, years and years. But even the story was going back years. The gentleman was going back years. And he was trying to stop the governments doing what they were doing. And it goes back. This isn't nothing new. And I'm not saying this isn't, but it's just a modern new. It's nothing against the people standing up against the governments, but we're only going in a circle again. They're only go back and go, okay, you've won. 20 years down the line, they'll try it again when everyone's, this to me, the digital ID the digital currency, what we are, once again, it's being drip fed into the kids of today. All this, the kids have got mobile phones. The kids don't know what cash is. So it's never going to affect them. It's only going to affect when we're dead.
Programming them through the future.
That's it. They're just, it's never going to, it's going to get to a point when, like Edison, your grandchild, Simon, Edison, he will not, he won't know cash.
No, probably won't.
He won't have a bank. It'll be the digital ID. It'll be the cash because they'll accept it because that's what they're born into. It's only people like us that
I
don't.
think you're talking about Edison, the electric inventor. What's he on about? What's that to do with this?
Eddie boy.
It's what Paul said. It's just pre-programming it, and I reckon it's all it does is get drip fed. Then they'll rescind it. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. And then our generation will be in our sort of, me and Paul probably be in our sort of late 70s, and then they'll try.
Daisies.
How old are you, Russ? How old are you, Russ?
I'm 43 in November.
Right, I'd say people that are 30 and younger are the ones that are pretty much on board with most of it.
And don't get me wrong. I'm on the cusp. I want the digital ID as such as what they're going to do it for. Okay. But I pay with my phone because I don't have cash. It's why I don't do cash. It's pointless because I've got it on my phone. If I could go to the airport and have my passport on my phone because it's already there with my boarding passes, which are already on my phone, it makes sense. I get all that. And I think that if it was just used to have your digital ID in one place, I get it.
That's how they're selling it.
That's exactly how they're selling it. But I'm wise enough and ugly enough to realise there's something behind that.
But the 30-year-olds don't see it, and that's up to us to try and convince them.
Because this is what it's all about. This is the key to it. If they want to stop the digital ID, someone needs to be able to crash the mobile phone.
Mm.
You know, where we talk about
guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave you because I've got an early ferry to catch.
Have a lovely holiday.
Have a great time, mate.
I thoroughly enjoyed the show.
See you later, Paul.
Take care, guys.
See you, Paul. Enjoy it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll just make my last point.
Yeah.
The modern Guy Fawkes will need to crash the mobile phone because this...
Be careful what you say because you'll have the police knocking on your door tonight.
This is the key to everything.
Yeah,
because this is where your digital ID will be born, kept and bred.
What happens if you ain't got one?
But that'll be the thing.
They'll make you have one.
No, it'll be okay. It'll be okay because you'll still have people have passports. You know, let's just be, you know,
They'll merge it in.
Yeah. So you'll have probably in about 15 years' time, 10 years, maybe 75%, 70% of the population will have digital ID and quite happy with it because just like what I said, it's just going to be all in one place. You think, when you go to the airport, what everyone thinks, don't they? In the morning, boarding passes, money, passports. Where's the passports? Don't worry, babe. Got them. That's all you've got to take to the airport now. Your digital ID and your suitcase. Now, you think how much the younger generation will accept that?
They will.
Yeah.
But we can't stop it because
I see your point.
The younger generation will lap it up because they're in their hand. It's in their hand. You know, they're teaching mobile phone usage in schools, iPads.
I always pose this massive question, and it goes back probably 5 years, and that is why does it only cost £8 or £10 to have unlimited data on your phone now? You can go, I can't remember who it is that's doing it, it's either Gift Gaff or one of them. You've got unlimited calls, unlimited text messages, unlimited data, £10 a month. Now, that doesn't make sense, does it? In the entrepreneur world of business, that doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
How are they making money on you? They're not.
But they know the government needs that to happen for everybody to be in the process of their phones. So, what was government's promise in their manifesto? Every household in the UK will have free broadband.
Yeah, that'll be coming soon.
And that's what I'm saying. We, not to say we're fighting a losing battle, because I will stick up for it as much as I can, because I generally don't believe what they're using the digital. If they used it to its potential, like what they're telling you it's going to be used for, then I'm all for that. But they're telling us you've got to have digital ID to stop illegals working in this country. So how does that work? How does it physically work? Because they should be showing their national insurance number or a form of ID to work anyway.
Yeah.
This argument's been brought up. I've heard it. Yeah.
So it doesn't make no sense. So don't sell me something that is totally balls. If you just come out and said one place for everything, that's all it's going to be. You can still have your passport, you can still have your driving license, you still have your credit card, still have cash. But there is a potential for you to have it all in one place. No one would have batted an eyelid because there's an option. But because they haven't given us an option, people go, no way. Don't sod yourself. You ain't telling me what to do.
Yeah.
No different to the COVID vaccination. If you made it an option and not forced it down everyone's throat,
people might take
it because it's an option. I don't like being told what to do. Who does? That's the problem. That these they're not that savvy. The deep state.
We all like choices, don't we?
Yeah. But be fair though, Joe. Be fair and be honest. If the digital ID come in and they give you an option to have it, but it was just, you don't have to have it. You can still take your passport, but you can have it on your phone. You can have your driving license on your phone. You can have your credit card and you can have your European money on your phone to spend abroad. But you haven't got to have it. Don't worry about if you haven't got it. You'd go, okay, I'd have it because it doesn't bother me in one iota. I've only got to take that to the airport with one bag. You ain't got to worry about doing your passports. A lot of people would take it. A lot of people, more people that are against it. It's only because they've sodded up and told you you've got to have it. That's it. That's all. That's my point of it all.
And it's a slippery slope, isn't it? Towards credit control, social control.
No different to electric cars. Push the electric cars. Everything's run by data.
Yeah.
15-minute cities.
You're probably being recorded and filmed in that car without even knowing it. I've heard that.
Yeah, probably. They probably know exactly what routes I take every morning, so they know my mileage.
Yeah, they know everything about you. You can't fiddle your mileage now.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining us, Joe. Thank you ever so much for joining us, and I hope you come on.
Good. Yeah, it's been good.
It's been a good crack. Even though we put the world to rights in the most random of ways, but next time, proper subjects. We'll have a proper subject where we can actually sort of crack on and deal with something a little bit more steadfast.
Next time might be when we've survived Rendlesham.
Well, we'll get you both when you're back. Following Thursday, after you're back, we'll get you on.
Yeah.
And you can tell us all about it, the pair of you, all right?
Yeah, cool.
Definitely.
All right.
Anyway, you have a great weekend, you two.
Yeah.
And you, mate.
Stay safe. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching.
See you later.
See you later.